Hello everyone. In this video, I want to explain the process I use from booking the appointment through sending the finished inspection report to the customer. When a customer confirms the inspection date with the seller, they provide the information needed to book the inspection either in an email or by filling out my online form. I log in to the inspector dashboard, enter the date and time, and copy and paste the inspection location information into the appropriate fields. When entering the appointment details, I use the customer last name, first name, and date for the report ID and enter the seller's contact info into the inspector comments. I enter the year, make, and model into the pet instructions text box and the VIN number into the MLS number field. Because I already loaded my inspection services into my inspector dashboard, when I choose Class A diesel, the appropriate agreements I've associated with that service will populate. I can then create a new customer profile by copying and pasting the information provided by the customer. Once I schedule the appointment, I'm prompted to send notification emails to my customer. The information I've entered is now stored in my HomeGauge cloud so that HG services can communicate that information to the other HomeGauge products I have installed. Next, I open the companion app on my mobile device and use HG services to download the appointment. I can see the customer information is here, and when I tap Report Info, that information has been populated as well. I'll select the report template I want to use, and I'm ready to take the cover photo by tapping the General Info tab. I always remember to enter the year, make, model, and floor plan designation number into the picture label so my cover page looks professional. When I'm finished inspecting, I use HG services to send the current report to my HomeGauge cloud. Then I open the HomeGauge desktop software on my PC and use HG services to get the report from the HomeGauge cloud. I select the correct report to download, which opens in my HomeGauge desktop software, and I'm ready to edit my pictures and check my comments for spelling and grammar. Every time I edit an inspection report, I modify my template by adding auto comments, which helps me to decrease my report writing time both on site and at home. That said, every time I modify my template, I must remember to save my changes. Using HG services, I upload the newly modified template to the cloud so I can download it to my companion app for the next inspection. When I'm satisfied with my editing, I always use Print Preview to be sure I'm happy with my print settings. When I'm satisfied with my editing, I always preview the report before uploading to be sure I'm happy with my print settings. We created these print settings so they don't come with the version you're using. Some differences in our print settings include a streamlined cover page without a property address, a 2-column table of contents because our list of components is so long, and watermarks of the logos we want to showcase. Recently, we've updated our templates to include color coding of the different summaries and added icons beside summary items so that comments without pictures don't get lost in the information our reports contain. Now it's time to send the report to the cloud using HG services. Back on my inspector dashboard, I can now send a notification email to my customer telling them that their report is available to view. I have the ability to customize my notification email for a specific customer if I'd like. All of the steps I just described become habit pretty quickly. It does take some time, effort, and planning, but once things are set up properly, HomeGauge really is easy to use and produces a professional product for my clients. Whether you are new to HomeGauge or have been using it for years, I am 99% certain that you will learn something you didn't know by enrolling in my full course. I can almost guarantee it because, even after using HomeGauge for nearly 3 years and in putting my courses together, I've learned things that are causing me to rethink some of my processes to make HomeGauge work better. Plus, HomeGauge customer service is top-notch, and there are lots of updates coming in the near future, including compatibility with Apple and iOS. I always stay current with all things HomeGauge, so as those updates become available, I will be adding more content to my courses because I love educating people with things I'm passionate about. See you soon.